Hello! Welcome back to the channel. I know it seems that lately I'm talking too much here on the channel, but man, a lot of things are happening at the same time. A lot of my pre-ordered stuff are coming in and new reveals are coming out. And while you are watching this video, I'm actually at my desk recording posing videos. So no worries. A lot of them will be on the channel soon. But yesterday Hasbro Pulse Con has ended with their Star Wars panel, and regarding the Black Series line, there were some stuff that we knew were coming, but there were also some new reveals, so let's talk about it. The first thing that the Star Wars team showed us is a Pulse Con exclusive that we already know about, and that is Cassian Andor set with B2 EMO droid. We could have assumed that they will start the whole thing with Andor figures, since that's the show that is currently running on Disney+. But although this is a new sculpt and both Andor and the droid look good, I kind of feel like I don't need another Andor figure in my collection. I have the one from Rogue One that's already on the channel, and I'm kind of good with that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the way that prices are going up with these figures, I decided to do this the same way as I did with Kenobi figures. I chose one Kenobi out of the bunch and bought that one. But as far as this Andor figure goes, the same figure will be coming out as a standard release, but without the droid, of course. Next up is Bix from Andor, and they said that it's a completely newly tooled figure. Now this is the first one that I'll probably get. Not only that I like the character, but I think that the figure looks great. It looks like the face resembles the actress good enough, and she comes with a datapad accessory. The lower part of her robe is plastic, but I think that it won't hinder the articulation. I would always like it to be a soft goods, but it is what it is. In this case, I don't think that it will be a problem. Next one was another character from Andor show, and that is Luthen. This one also looks good. That long plastic coat kind of worries me, but they said that it's made out of soft PVC that is flexible, so I hope that it won't get in the way too much, but we'll see. The face looks good, he has a knife and a gun for his accessories, and that's it. I still didn't decide if I'll get this one. Maybe I will, I have to think about it. But the figure that I was looking forward to was Mon Mothma, and although I know that it's a character that will be just standing somewhere in the background on your shelf, it was kind of disappointing to me to see that her clothes is completely made out of plastic. I hoped that at least the lower part, the skirt, will be soft goods, but no. Her legs are closed in that plastic shell, and I'm afraid that there won't be much that you'll be able to do in terms of posing. And again, I know that you don't plan to get her in any kind of crazy pose, but I'm afraid that we are getting almost a non-movable sculpture here for a price of an action figure. And also I feel like she will be falling a lot. I could be wrong, we'll have to wait and see. She is an iconic character that a lot of people will want to have in their collection, so there it is. After that, X-Wow's figure was finally officially announced. I thought that this already happened earlier, but I guess that it wasn't official, so there you go. I hope that now we will be able to pre-order this guy and complete the Bo-Katan team from The Mandalorian. Next up were figures from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and these are the ones that they announced on San Diego Comic-Con this year, but now they have the figures to show us. All of these will be carded, and the first one that they showed us was Scout Trooper, and it's the same figure that came with Speeder Bike way back in 2014. It even has the same mud weathering on the boots, so it will go great with the first set if you have it. I do have it, and I plan on getting this figure again, so that I will have two of these guys. The next one was Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard. Yes, a figure that they have already released twice, if I'm not mistaken. I already have this one, so it's an easy skip for me, but it's great maybe for some of you guys who don't have it and you really want it. And after that, they announced that we will be getting Han Solo and Leia that were also released twice before. First time in an exclusive Andor set, and after that, they were released in the standard line. The figure that I was really looking forward here was Ewok Wicket, and yes, the figure looks good for what it is. We are finally getting Wicket in the Black Series line. It's a small figure, smaller than the previous two Ewoks that were released, so it will kind of hurt to pay a price of a standard figure for him, but it is what it is. He does come with a few different weapons though, and I hope that I'll be able to get him. I like the way he looks, and I think that Hasbro did a great job here. Now for the pipeline reveals, they announced Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, and they said that it will be a new version, practically the same one that we are getting in the Mandalorian line, I think. We are also getting another Darth Vader, also from Return of the Jedi, and they showed the unhelmeted image from the movie, saying that it will have the unmasked feature and that it will be a definitive Vader from this movie. It was really time to get an updated version of this Vader because, remember, a long time ago we did get that first Vader that had the removable helmet feature, but the figure was just awful. So I'm really curious to see how this new version will look like. They also announced the newly retooled R2-D2. And that is also something that was needed for a long time. R2 was one of the first figures in the line back in 2013, and the problem is that it was just too small. It wasn't in the right scale. But nevertheless, his prices on the secondary market are just obnoxiously insane. And I feel that a lot of us collectors went the Bandai model kit route anyway, because the kit is in perfect scale with the Black Series figures. It looks amazing, comes either with BB-8 or R5-D4, and his price was acceptable. But we shall see. We'll see what will Hasbro give us with this newly retooled R2-D2. Another pipeline reveal was Emperor's Royal Guard figure, another one that was released a few times before, but it's a great army builder. Now all of these are in the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi line, and still there were few other pipeline reveals left. For the Black Series it was a Pike Trooper and Cad Bane. Yes, Cad Bane from the Book of Boba Fett. They are giving us that new version of Cad Bane, and I'm really excited about that. They also revealed the Tusken Chieftain for the Black Series line, and that's great, don't get me wrong, but the Vintage Collection will get the Tusken Warrior, and man, I really want them to give us that figure in the Black Series line. I'm sure that that will happen, but we still have to wait. So that was it as far as the Black Series reveals go. The Vintage line also got a lot of great reveals. There is the Rescue set from The Mandalorian, and man, I'm jealous when I see how much accessories you guys who collect this line get. All these flame effects, missiles, destroyed Dark Trooper head. It's a shame that we didn't get some of these with Black Series Dark Trooper Deluxe release. And also, Mando and Moff Gideon are here getting a soft goods cape, so that's cool. Cantina Band pack also looks amazing, and it's great that you guys will be able to get a complete band in just one set. They also announced Luke's green lightsaber and Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet. And I have to say, I'm not someone who collects helmets. I do have few of them, but this Clone Trooper helmet, I will be watching this one. I feel like this one will be amazing. And also through the whole PulseCon there was a heavy emphasis on their Selfie series, but for me I can tell you three things that I see as a problem here from the perspective of the Black Series. First, only you guys in the US can get these. Second, if you want your face on a Stormtrooper figure, be aware that it's an older type of this figure. if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong on that one, please guys correct me down in the comments. So as far as I can tell, it's an older Stormtrooper body and not the new one, so expect more limitations in the articulation department. And finally, the third thing, this is just too expensive. I mean, it's 80 bucks. 80 bucks for a body that you usually pay around 20 to 30 bucks. The only new part here is the face. Even the hair type is something that you choose out of the selection that they give you. So for me, the whole thing seems kind of overpriced. They did give an exclusive offer for 60 bucks for a limited time, but that still sounds too much to me. I'm not someone who needs a figure of myself on the shelf, you know? I would rather give that 80 bucks for a Mafex or SH Figure Arts figure. And those faces don't even look that good to me. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. The other thing that I was really glad to hear is that they started to take EU into consideration. So a few times during the stream they said available in the US, Canada, Australia and EU. They also listed specific countries like Spain, Italy and Germany, and so, although Croatia of course is not on that list because it's a smaller country, I'm sure that stores like My Hero Store from Germany will be my go-to store for getting some of these new figures. So yeah, it's great to see that Hasbro has finally started to expand globally, and I mean, it was about time. There are collectors all around the world. We all share the same passion, and we would all love to be treated as similar as possible. So, those are most of the things that were announced on this year's Hasbro Pulse Con. Of course, I'm mostly interested in the Black Series line, so that was the focus of this video. But I do like to peek and see what other lines are getting every now and then. And now I would like to hear you guys. What are your thoughts on this year's PulseCon? What are your favorite reveals out of all of these? And also, what do you think about this Selfie series? What do you think about the likeness of those faces, and what about that price? Am I wrong? Is it not overpriced? I don't know, tell me, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. But that's all that I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.